How's it going, Tubesters? Brad Browning here with another video, and this time it's specifically for all the ladies out there. Sorry guys, I'll have another video for you soon. But for the ladies, I've been getting a lot of questions about what you should wear if you want to get your ex-boyfriend back. And specifically, a lot of women want to know, how to dress for your ex-boyfriend after your period of no contact, when you start to see him again. And I'm not really the most stylish person in the world, but I do know a few certain psychological tips and tricks that are going to help you drive your ex-boyfriend wild with desire. Now, before I begin, I first have to say that in order to win back your ex-boyfriend and make him commit to you again and your relationship, you have to follow some of the other videos and the advice in those videos that I've made here on YouTube and that it's in my program, my X Factor Guide program. And so if you haven't already, just click that red subscribe button right below this video to subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notified whenever I release a new video. Okay, enough chit chat, let's just dive straight into it. All right, tip number one, wear the color red. As you can see, I'm a big fan of red. And this is actually heavily based on science. I'm not making this up, so do listen carefully, because a recent study at the University of Rochester found that the color red is one of the most attractive colors in the eyes of men. Now, this study featured a number of participants, and they were told to rate the attractiveness of women in front of red, black, blue, white, and I believe green backgrounds. And it turns out the women that were standing in front of the red backgrounds were rated as more attractive than the women standing in front of any of the other colors. It's pretty cool, right? And in another experiment, waitresses in France were actually told to wear just different colored lipsticks. And then they kept track of the amount of tips that they got by the end of the night for each various color of lipstick. And the results showed that the waitresses that were actually wearing red lipstick, again, ended up getting the most tips. So if you are planning a rendezvous with your ex-boyfriend after a period of no contact and you're wondering what to wear, consider something red, like my lovely sweater here. And it'll actually make him drawn more to you. Maybe only a little bit, but hey, it's really easy just to wear some red. And tip number two, go easy on the perfume. After helping thousands of women get their ex back, I've actually noticed a really common trend when these women are trying to woo their exes. They wear too much perfume. And women that wear too much perfume will, excuse the pun, but reek of desperation. It's a sure sign that you're trying to impress. So instead, just make sure that whatever you choose to wear, perfume, makeup, clothes, be sure to make sure that you're being subtle. If you're completely dressed to the nines, if you're wearing, all crazy makeup, it's going to look like you're trying way too hard. And your ex-boyfriend is going to see through that, and he's going to be able to tell what your true intentions are. So just keep in mind that less is more. Tip number three, wear something that will remind him of an intimate moment. This is a really effective one. And if you've read my X Factor Guide, then you know that getting your ex-boyfriend back is all about creating attraction, emotional attraction and physical attraction. And one of the best ways that you can increase that amount of emotional attraction that he has for you is just to remind him of an important moment or happy memory that you shared together. So, it could be wearing the jacket that you wore during your favorite camping trip, the sexy blouse you wore during a date, just anything that you think will bring back fond memories of your relationship and your time together. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be a piece of clothing. You could even wear, a certain perfume, or not too much, obviously, as we talked about. Or you could do your hair the way he likes. Anything that's going to bring back positive emotions, nostalgia, positive memories, that's going to be really effective. And once he begins to reminisce about those intimate experiences that he had with you, he'll start to become putty in your hands. And really, at that point, it's only a matter of sealing the deal. So for more info on how you can seal the deal at this point and just sort of close it out and make sure that he comes crawling back for good, head over to breakupbrad.com and watch the free video I've got up there. And on my website there, you'll discover 3 psychological tactics that I'm not going to talk about in this video that are proven scientifically to make your ex fall head over heels for you again, no matter what your situation is. And again, that's breakupbrad.com. So head over there. Again, video's free right after you're finished watching this one. And let's move on to tip number 4, which is to wear something blue. I know I just talked about red, but here's another scientific fact for you. People think of the color blue as trustworthy. Maybe you've noticed that politicians always wear either blue or red. There's just recent US election, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton in the debates. You probably noticed they were wearing a lot of blue and red. And male politicians specifically usually wear red or blue ties. And women politicians, they often wear red or blue as well. So, if infidelity or trust was an issue in your relationship, then wearing blue might be even better than red, and it may send him a subconscious message that you've changed. Okay, and tip number 5 is just to be fit. Now I know, this isn't so much about what to wear as how you look while you're wearing clothes, but I'd be straight up lying to you if I said that being fit won't help you get your ex-boyfriend back. The reality is men are visual creatures. You know, we tend to be drawn to treat women who are attractive much better. So, you know, that shouldn't probably become a surprise to anybody. So during your 30 days of no contact, dedicate yourself to the gym and your overall fitness levels and making sure your physique is the best it's ever been. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better, and you're gonna optimize your chances of getting your ex-boyfriend back. He's gonna notice the change, and like I said, men are visual creatures, so it's a win-win-win type thing. Okay, after fitness, let's move on to one final tip here, number 6, which is wear sexy underwear. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but hear me out. If you have watched some of my other videos, then you'll know that I don't actually advocate sleeping with your ex-boyfriend right now. That's usually not a good idea. I usually advise against sleeping with your boyfriend for at least a few weeks after you've started to establish contact with him again. And the reason for that is that you just don't want to end up in a friends with benefits situation. You don't want to be friend zoned. You want him to want to be your boyfriend again, right? So why the sexy underwear? Well, because wearing sexy lingerie, it's going to make you feel and look confident, right? And confidence, as everyone knows, is a crucial ingredient in building attraction and winning your ex back. So just remember to wear your favorite sexy lingerie next time you see your ex. And by the way, if you need more tailored advice for getting your ex back, pardon the pun again, did you know that you can hire me as your breakup coach? That's right. If you want more details on that, my personal coaching program, one-on-one, you can work with me. Just go to breakupbrad.com/coaching. You can see all the details there. And again, that's breakupbrad.com/coaching. And that is it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies. We'll see you soon.